When you first lay eyes on the Norton Manx R, it doesn't just look like a motorcycle, it feels like a piece of racing history brought back to life. This is a machine that carries the soul of the Isle of Man TT, a name that dominated road racing in the 1950s and 60s, and Norton hasn't tried to modernize that soul away. Instead, the Manx R exists as a bridge between the golden era of racing and today's high-end, hand-built performance machines. At its heart, the Manx R is powered by a 961 cubic centimeters air-cooled parallel twin engine, a configuration that stays true to Norton's heritage while being refined for modern performance. It produces strong, usable torque rather than chasing crazy top-end numbers, which means the bike feels alive and responsive from low revs all the way through the mid-range. Twist the throttle and you get a deep, mechanical exhaust note that sounds raw, authentic, and unmistakably old school, but without the unreliability that vintage bikes were known for. Fuel injection replaces carburetors, making throttle response smoother, more predictable, and far easier to live with day to day. On the road, the Manx R feels focused and purposeful. The power delivery is linear, so instead of sudden bursts, you get a steady surge that encourages you to ride smoothly and precisely. It's not about outright speed like modern superbikes, but about engagement. Every gear change feels mechanical and deliberate, reminding you that this bike is meant to be ridden, not just admired. The 6-speed gearbox is tight and precise, reinforcing that premium, hand-built feel. The chassis is where the Manx R really shows its racing DNA. The lightweight tubular steel frame is paired with a beautifully sculpted aluminum swing arm, giving the bike both rigidity and balance. This translates into sharp, confident handling, especially on flowing roads and fast corners. High-quality Öhlins suspension front and rear allows the bike to stay planted while still offering a compliant ride, soaking up imperfections without losing feedback. Whether you're pushing hard through corners or cruising at a relaxed pace, the bike communicates clearly, making the rider feel connected to the road. Braking performance is handled by Brembo components, and they deliver exactly what you'd expect. Strong, progressive stopping power with excellent feel at the lever. There's no sense of over-assistance here. Instead, the brakes reward smooth input and confidence, matching the overall character of the motorcycle. Visually, the Norton Manx R is pure art. The full fairing design is inspired directly by classic Manx racers, with clean lines, a slim profile, and a low, aggressive stance. The hand-painted fuel tank, polished metal surfaces, and exposed mechanical details all scream craftsmanship. Carbon fiber elements subtly reduce weight while adding a modern touch without disrupting the vintage aesthetic. Every angle looks intentional, from the sculpted tail section to the minimalist cockpit. Speaking of the cockpit, the riding position is unapologetically sporty. Clip-on handlebars and rear-set foot pegs put you in a committed stance, echoing true café racer and race bike ergonomics. It's not designed for long highway cruises, but for spirited rides where the connection between rider and machine matters most. The instrumentation remains simple and clean, focusing on essential information and avoiding unnecessary distractions. One of the Manx R's biggest unique selling points is its exclusivity. This isn't a mass-produced motorcycle. It's hand-built in limited numbers, making ownership feel special, almost personal. Each bike carries a sense of individuality, appealing to collectors and enthusiasts who value heritage, craftsmanship, and rarity over pure performance figures. Another standout element is the emotional experience it delivers. Modern bikes often rely heavily on electronics, riding modes, and rider aids. The Manx R strips that back, offering a more analog mechanical experience. It's about the sound of the engine, the feel of the chassis, the feedback through the bars, and the satisfaction of riding something that feels genuinely alive. In the end, the Norton Manx R isn't trying to compete with modern superbikes on lap times or technology. Instead, it offers something far rarer: a deep emotional connection, a celebration of racing heritage, and a riding experience that feels authentic and timeless. It's a motorcycle for those who appreciate history, craftsmanship, and the pure joy of riding, making every journey feel like a tribute to one of the greatest names in motorsport history.